This is Nick Nielsen, Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you today here is a review of a really cool piece of training equipment, training pieces of equipment called Swissies. Now these are from Kensui, which also makes a plate loadable weight vest, which I reviewed previously. Now what they've done here is create a way to attach handles onto a straight bar to make it a neutral grip hand position, which for a variety of exercises is much easier on the shoulders. So what I'm going to do here is I'll put them on the bar and show you kind of the general way that these are used. So this is where the bar goes, hooks over the bar, and just like that, you've got neutral grip handles. That it's just that simple in terms of how you use these things. Now, I'm going to give you a close-up view of these so you can see how they're constructed. Now, as you can see, this is the part that hooks over top of the bar or around the bar. These are the handles. Got a nice little bit of knurling on there, not a lot, but it's not just straight plastic. Now, what you can see here, right in that spot right there, this is a rubberized strip, meaning it's not going to slide on the bar and it's not going to damage the bar. So as you can see, if this was just straight on the bar, that's just going to slide. When you got that rubberized bit there, when you put some weight on it, it's not going to slide, which is very beneficial. Now you can use these forward like this. I find for chin-ups, when it's open towards your body, that's going to be more effective balance-wise. Now, the beauty of this is not only is the neutral grip easier on your shoulders when you're doing chin-ups, they also move independently, so you're even less locked in on the bar. So it's almost like doing a ring chin-up, but without as much play about it, really having a hard time speaking, without as much maneuvering or instability is the best way to put it. Now, besides chin-ups and besides body weight training, you can do these, I use these for a variety of other exercises as well. You can do barbell rows with this, turning an overhand or an underhand grip into a neutral grip very easily. And the beauty of this, it actually extends that, so instead of the bar stopping right here, you have a little bit more range of motion before the bar hits you in the abdomen. So it gives you a little bit better action in terms of contraction at the top, and it also gives you that neutral grip, which I find is definitely easier on the shoulders. Now, I've also used these for stiff-legged deadlifts, and one of the things I run into with stiff-legged deadlifts is I like to use a double overhand grip, and in that case, when I go heavy, I do need to use hooks so that the bar doesn't roll out of my hands. With these, it solves that problem. You still get the exact benefits of the exercise, the same pattern of movement, but when you're using this, there's no tendency for the bar to roll out of your hands. So you can load this up. I've loaded this up over 400 pounds and done this exercise, which I'll show you, and it still doesn't roll out of your hands whatsoever. So you can actually just use grip, not need grip assistance, and perform the exercise, which I quite like, because I like challenging the grip in addition to doing heavy deadlifting. Now, what I've also done is a one-arm dumbbell row, which I will show you as well, with two of these in one dumbbell. So what I do, and you'll see I'll do a close-up of it, like that. This is an open hand position row, which really challenges the grip strongly. This part goes right through the dumbbell handle, and then you're holding with an open palm position, which is very, very strongly taxing on the grip. I find it a very good way to train forearm and grip strength. You will need to kind of adjust the balance and where these things sit on the dumbbell handle, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually really easy to do, and it's a very effective piece of training equipment for that. So what I'm going to do here is I'll show you a set using these Swissies on regular chin-ups, and then I'll go through the other exercises that I've worked and done these with. Now with any piece of training equipment, you want to know how it's going to hold up over repeated use. Now, these things are rock solid, I'll tell you that right now. Like I said, I've done stiff-legged deadlifts with these with more than 400 pounds, and I didn't have any indication that there was any bending, cracking, anything like that. These things are rock solid, high-density plastic. You'd probably have to put like double that, like 800 pounds or something, especially divided between the two of these, to have any sort of issue. And I think probably bones will break before these things will break. They're that solid. The density of the rubber gripping on here is good. The knurling is, you can kind of see, I'll do a very close-up on that. Now, it's not really deep knurling, so it's not going to dig into your hands, but it gives you enough grip on there to be effective. Now, in terms of downsides, for what these are, there's not really much. These are really good for taking a straight bar, converting it into a neutral grip. Now, would I recommend using for anything other than a pull exercise? No. You're not really going to be able to do any sort of pushing exercise with these. I mean, you could try and rig something up where the bar is here and then you're pushing like that, but it's not going to be effective. But that's not the fault of these in terms of being a piece of equipment. That's just the structure and the physics of weight training. So in terms of pulling, you'll very easily get a neutral grip with this. In terms of pushing or pressing, these aren't for that. So essentially that's really the only weakness that I can see with this, and it's not even a weakness, it's just my brain trying to figure out more things to do with things than I probably should. So that's where I'm coming from with these. Bottom line, it's a fantastic piece of equipment. If you've got any shoulder issues that you find when you're doing a wide grip pull-up or even an underhand chin-up, and you find that's kind of tweaking your shoulders a little bit, something like this I will absolutely recommend every day of the week. That freedom of movement in addition to the neutral grip is fantastic. These things are rock solidly built and can be used for literally any, just about any, I should say, pulling type of exercise, even leg exercises, back exercises, posterior chain exercises like deadlifts or stiff-legged deadlifts and the like. So if you're at all in the market for something like this, the Swissies from Kensui, highly recommend it. It's a very simple, very practical piece of equipment you can throw in your gym bag, bring with you to the gym. If you do that, make sure you put your name on them so somebody doesn't mistakenly take them and bring them home for you. So they're that good.